Okay, hi everybody. Welcome. This is me, Darth Bunyan, and we have the wonderful Flash Freak returning in his professional-looking setup he's got going on, and Darren,
Hi
who's
there.
I'm always happy to see. Um, so today we're going to be delving into the Madam Web and What If Season 2 trailers, and we're here to see what everybody thought. And I myself love them, but I talk all the time, so we're going to hear what you guys think. Flash Freak, what did you think? Overall, in general, what did you think of? Start with Madam Web. Let's get the easy out of the way first.
Ever since I heard about it, when did it get announced? Last year, or 2 years ago, whenever it got announced, I was pretty intrigued by it. Um, and then when I heard Dakota Johnson was going to be in it, because I remember her from something, I just forget what it is, but I was intrigued. And this trailer really surprised me because I was like, I went into it thinking it was going to be like an enjoyable movie, but like maybe not the best in terms of quality. But just because of what Sony's done in the past, but uh, I I really enjoyed it.
Oh, what you, Darren?
Madam Web, no, I mean, it's been a weird couple of years for Madam Web because we've known this movie was coming. I'll be honest, I don't know about the comics of her character. I'll be honest, she's just not a character that I've ever followed or anything.
Mhm.
But ever since we've heard it was kind of this like time travel heist type movie, I've been like, oh, you know what? Okay, this could be cool. Obviously, it has like a stacked cast behind it. There's some really cool people involved in it. And honestly, I've been like, you know what? Let's give this movie a chance. And now that this trailer's out, I think that the trailer definitely has a lot of charm. I've seen a lot of people calling it like it feels like the CW. It feels like as far as like the budget goes, as far as how it looks. And I definitely think it has that CW charm. It has that early kind of like a bunch of heroes are teaming up, and we can't use the main hero, so we have these three other heroes that aren't Spider-Man. Like it has that kind of vibe to it. I definitely need more to give my final opinion. I feel like as like an overall trailer and like how you make a trailer, I didn't think it was like an amazing trailer. I feel like I still need a little bit more to win me over, but there's definitely some really cool things there, I think.
I'm in the same camp as you guys. I think the only time that I've really came into contact with Madam Web is through Spider-Man. Do you know what I mean? Like whether it be in the animated shows or with
Mhm.
the games like Shattered Dimensions
Yeah.
and Edge of Time and stuff, which were phenomenal. Um, so for the most part, I've seen her as the older lady with like just an
Mhm.
imaginable amount of power for a mere mortal like myself.
True.
So then when we got to see Dakota Johnson and the younger version, I was kind of like, well, I would like to see the version that I know, but I understand how that wouldn't be very visually dynamic, given that
Mhm.
she's stuck in a chair and has what looks like a tail, but it's just like a really cool dress. Um, so I wasn't too excited. I have to say that the trailer has made me very, very excited
Yeah.
because I didn't know that we're basically getting Sony's first foray into the live action Spider Verse,
Yeah.
you know, and they're proper dipping their toe in. And I feel that they're going to take like a strong step forward and not like overplay their hand. Do you know what I mean? Because like if they could decide like we're going to come out swinging,
Mhm.
and we're going to give the biggest and the best that we have. But I feel like instead of doing that and then using characters that they might like want to use, like you said, the bigger characters or more well known characters, um, because we're getting let me see, we're getting Matty Franklin, who is a Spider Woman, uh, Anya Corazon, who is Spider Girl, and Julia Carpenter, who is another Spider Woman.
Yeah.
But I back to what you were saying about the CW thing. You know, like how they mix like flashes and personalities and powers and abilities and things like that. From what I can tell, like while the older Madam Web, from what I've done some quick reading, there's like a group of 5 people, like including Norman Osborn, right? And then they all make like a monkey paw wish of immortality, power, knowledge, things like that. And she wished for immortality, so she became like a lot younger again. So there's like that kind of storyline, but then there's also the fact that Julia Carpenter was a Madam Web with the same precognition powers and was the one that ran around. I don't remember if you remember when this movie was first announced. It had the comic book variant cover of Julia Carpenter in the red outfit as Madam Web. So they could be kind of mixing it up in the same way.
Sure.
Which one are you most excited to see? Which one like kind of gave you the vibe that they're going to be a lot of fun watching?
Oh boy, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like as far as like Spider-Man comics, I'm not the most like knowledgeable about these characters. But again, like this gives me a chance to learn all 3 of these characters more than I had like previously, and I'm very excited for that. I'm excited to see what they do. And again, like I can definitely see this movie going either direction. I could see this movie being weirdly really, really good. Like I could see this actually being a hit. At the same time, though, I can also see where this could turn and just be what like Craven looks to be, and what like Mobius and Venom. Like as much as I do enjoy the Venom movies, like those aren't like award-winning like films or anything like that. So like I'm gonna be curious, but I've said for years, like out of all the slate that we've seen, out of Craven, out of Venom 3, Madam Web's been the one that I've been like, I think it could be good. I feel like there's something there.
I'm really interested to see Ezekiel Sims. Now, this is a person that I know nothing about, and have been doing research today upon finding out the person's name. And it's a kind of a character that runs similar to Morlun, like in the same kind of story, and they actually work against each other, with each other, and with Spider-Man, and it's a whole thing. Because basically, he's a part of what are they called? There's a Morland's family, not the Inquisitors. Inheritors. Excuse me, that was going to drive me crazy. The Inheritors. I think he's one of them. So like I said, like they could have Andrew Garfield coming back. You could have different variations. This is what it could be setting up though with Morland. You know what I mean? But it's fascinating that we're going to be getting our first evil Spider-Man. Like, how cool is that? Are you excited?
Yeah, that was actually, like, I didn't know who he was when I saw the screenshot of him. Like, I honestly thought he gave me the Shocker vibes. He kind of looked like the Shocker. But then I saw the thing on Discussing Film that was like, oh, the first look at Evil Spider-Man. I was like, what the hell? It's Evil Spider-Man?
The suit. What do we feel about the suit?
I think it looks fine. Like people are, I think, are blowing it up. Everyone's like, it's one of the worst looking suits. It's fine. It's a fine looking suit. I don't have a love for it, but also I don't think it looks like atrocious like a lot of people are saying.
No. There's a version of Spider-Man, a Scarlet Spider or some description, where his name is Kane and he's red. Like I got those kind of vibes. He's like a clone of Peter. I don't know if you've seen him. Let me see if I can find him quickly.
So one question I did have is, Madam Web, did this take place like when in the past? Because we saw Ben Parker as a younger person.
Yes, right. And didn't you find that very interesting, right? Because it's a time travel thing that's supposed to be
Yeah.
like dealing with Peter Parker, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we're getting Mary Parker, aka
Yeah.
Peter's mum, and Ben Parker, but not Richard.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting Uncle Ben and Mary, right? From
Yeah.
what I understand of the comics, it was Richard and Ben that were brothers, and they married Mary and May,
Mm-hmm.
right? But we're getting like one of each. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's very strange. I'm very interested to see where that goes. What about you guys?
Yeah, no, I mean that's the thing I'm definitely most excited about. Like we know that this movie takes place in the year like 2000, and it was very funny because I remember when that was leaked. Everyone's like, "Is it set in the Raimi world that took place in 2000?" But very clearly, now that we've seen the trailer, we can tell no, Peter's not born in the year 2000 yet. This is a much more modern Spider-Man. Probably similar age to what a Tom Holland would be. Not saying that Tom is in this movie. That like don't clip that and say that's what I'm saying. But it does seem like a more like modern. Yeah, no. So I am just excited. Like that is that's the thing we've been begging for with the Sony universe. It's like, what's a Spider-Man universe if there's no Spider-Man, right? That's what people have been saying. And at least there is somewhere out there a Peter Parker in this world that becomes Spider-Man. We now know that. That's a thing that we can say. And at least that's a starting ground. Like, again, there's been not even rumors, but people being like, Andrew Garfield should appear in this movie, or we should get Miles Morales, or anything. Like, just pick a Spider-Man and go with it. So hopefully this is the next step. Maybe Madam Web here, and then an actual Spider-Man in Venom 3. That'd be kind of fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I noticed remnants of like a red and blue suit in the trailer that looked damaged. I wonder if that will come into play.
So
sorry,
are we certain this is going to be like the universe where Miles Morales is going to be a part of?
No, not necessarily. Like
Okay.
The like movie?
it could be anything. Like it could be there could be a Peter in this world that they're dealing with now, but say for example, if Ezekiel was from another universe, it could be from one where there was no Peter or he already killed the Peter. Yeah. We could be expanding to all variations of the Spider-Verse.
I think what he's saying is like if the upcoming movie is going to be set in this world or not. I think it's, I don't know. I think the MCU wants to do Miles really bad. I would not be shocked if that movie was set in the MCU. But again, I would love if like they just did Miles as like their Spider-Man. I would be fine with that. Just again, pick a Spider-Man. It could be Gwen, it could be Silk, it could be Noir. Just pick one and run with it. And then I think you can kind of get your universe started a little bit. But yeah, it's possible that Miles movie is set in this world.
Yeah, because we haven't got a live action Miles yet. I don't even know if we got an animated Miles.
Well, he's in the MCU because of obviously
Prowler.
Prowler and his nephew, right? But can I quickly say something that I'm super excited about? Two things. One, Mike Epps is in the movie. That man is so funny.
Yeah.
So I cannot wait to see the comedy he brings. But also, did you spot the jump that we got from Matty Franklin on Ezekiel Sims, who made no moves to protect himself, right? She jumps up in her full spider suit, which from the back looked amazing, right? But she jumps on him and he's there. And then what do we see? Spider arms, non-MCU spider arms. I mean, come on, how sick is that? I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing that I think is most kind of exciting about this project, because it's it's like the first non-MCU like live action Spider-Man projects we've got since like 2014, right? Like it's been a while. Like as much as I love Tom, as much as I love the MCU, what I'm kind of excited for Sony is to see like again, I love these projects, but it is nice to step out of the MCU every now and again and get to explore these other variants of different characters. Like, again, the Silk show is happening, the like Spider-Man Noir show is happening. Those things are things I'm really, really excited for. And again, this feels like the first step into getting more of that kind of stuff.
This is what I mean. This is how ill-educated I am on like Silk for her own comics, because like she's another character that is like Peter Parker is integral to her story. Do you know what I mean? So I am interested to see how they handle that. Obviously, it could be a case of her just escaping the lab. Do you know what I mean? And using the illusions that they have forced upon her, because she's not just going to willingly be put into isolation for however many years just because she's been bit by one spider, you know? Okay. Any other thoughts, feelings, emotions we got for Madam Web's trailer?
I'm just excited for the Spider-Verse to continue. I don't know, I haven't said this much, but like Spider-Man is really the only superhero I ever liked in Marvel. Like, he's the only superhero I ever paid attention to because I'm more of a DC fan. But even when I was a kid and I claimed to like Marvel better, I only ever really liked Spider-Man. So, it's,
quickly. So something I'm not sure if they're going to address in the movie, and this is just a very small thing, but could be. So basically, the term spider totem, which will be coming up in the movie because that's what it represents, is a term which has multiple meanings, right? So the spider totems are the people that are affected by the totems. They are the physical totems themselves, but they are also the gods that empower the totems and that are connected to the web of life and destiny. So that is just like a small little thing to pay attention to. And why is Daniel in the darks?
What? Because I don't have proper lighting in my booth yet. I only have this lamp. I'm gonna eventually get like what some of my voice actor friends have, where it's on like the PVC pipe and it's like a blue light. So okay, I should have said this before Lance arrived because I'm gonna get eaten alive. But I never. So the spider that bit Peter is actually not just a radioactive spider.
Don't feel too bad, because I feel like that's been retconned in, like in the last 20 years at most.
Because I don't read Spider-Man comics. I only know him from movies. I do have one Spider-Man comic, but I never read it. It's on this packaging that my friend gave me. So.
Just like dye it white.
I'll dye it white just for you, Lance. How about that? How about this? If you let me on Pointing Nation, I'll dye my mustache white.
Oh, I don't. You're hitting for the fences on that one, I believe. Good luck. Good luck. Okay, so moving wonderfully swiftly along to What If Season 2. Could not be more excited for this. The good news is that it's a 9-day special, because they're releasing one every day, like an advent calendar, really. And we get to all enjoy it. How great!
Yeah. Sorry.
No, please.
No. I was just gonna say, like, they've done these like 6-episode events for the longest time now, and this might be one of the first times where like, no, this feels like an event. This feels like each day of the week, for like 9 days, we're going to be getting new MCU content. That's never happened before in the history of the MCU. Like, even and the like Netflix stuff. Well, I guess Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. we had that, right, with all of the live shows. But like, as far as like the main stuff that we have now, like we've never had like 9 days in a row all new MCU content. Like, that's insane. I'm very excited.
What about you, Flash Freak?
Yeah, it's going to be intriguing. I've always liked those like what if scenarios, because when I was younger, I always used to watch, like, even when I like started watching Flash or like Arrow or any superhero like media, I always run scenarios in my head, like, what if this happened? What if this happened? What if this happened?
Mhm.
So I'm very excited.
So like straight off the bat, there's like so much that's happening that they are really looks like they're looking to connect to the larger MCU,
Yeah.
which is so cool. I also love that they're bringing the Sakaar, Gamora, and Tony episode, and I love that they've managed to still have it make sense in like the larger story they're telling.
Mhm.
So I think that shows quite a gift. Um, so let me just quickly run through the characters because, as we all know, I'm the guy that sits and pauses and is has no other life. Right. So here we go. We had the normal-looking Winter Soldier, right? We had what I thought was a Scarlett Johansson-looking Captain Marvel, but it wasn't. It was Marvel slash Dr. Lawson, without having Jude Law's character follow her, or she won. Then we get a younger Hank Pym slash Ant-Man. We get T'Challa and T'Chaka as Black Panther. We got Killmonger back in the suit, possibly the same one as season 1, which means that they have to answer the question of who won in that little pink ball with Ultron, right? We got a Brightburn version of Peter Quill, which I'm very much looking forward to discussing.
Yeah.
We got a Hela versus the Valkyrie, so we get to see that play out, and possibly end differently. So who knows? Nebula and who looked like she didn't have as much adaptations as normal, so maybe Thanos didn't get much of a hold on her. And a Yondu with a larger fin. We also got an older-looking Peggy and Mobius. We got Mobius. We got
Morbius.
There ain't Morbin time, it's Mobin time. Okay, we got Mobius in the house. Okay, so excited. We're gonna discuss what that means. Okay, a Core Dragon from Shang-Chi, possibly. Rocket versus Dark Elves. We got a Renaissance time. I don't know. Tony as Santa. Xmas Avengers. We got the Scarlet Witch, and I couldn't tell which version of that was, but she looked awesome and was so powered up. Did you notice who was with her? Because it looked like the Black Order, but not.
I did not. I've only watched the trailer about once now. I'm actually trying to pull it up right now and skim through it as you're talking about it.
Okay. Because there's what sorry to I was speaking, but there's a pit where Wanda, like, it cuts back from her and then it shows somebody there with what looks like Loki's scepter, but like a little bit more aggravated.
Sure.
So then we got the Scarlet Witch, who's with her. We don't know. We got Gamora and Tony on Sakaar with Valkyrie, Korg, and the Grandmaster. We got Party Thor back, so we've got our multiversal Avengers, which is awesome. And I'm not sure. And then also when you look at the trailer, there's somebody stood with Party Thor and either T'Challa or T'Chaka, and they're stood there in a white outfit, and they look really cool. And I have no idea who it is.
Here, I'm gonna ask to share my screen in just a second so I can actually follow along.
Yeah, absolutely. Shang-Chi's mother or aunt, and also Tao Lung, the dad. And it looks like they're fighting Odin, which, oh my god, right? How insane is that? And then it looks like we're getting another what if with Infinity War, because we had Captain America back with Thanos back in Wakanda, and then we had a bearded Hulk, which was very interesting. We also got like my favorite Doctor Strange at the moment, like genuinely, like Supreme Strange. He is so cool. There he is. There he is, the handsome bugger. I love him so much. He's so cool. And then we got what I thought might have been like a variant of Echo, but it is actually a hero that is new. And for this series, this person right here is Kahori. Kahori. They might, like, I'm butchering the hell out of that, right? But it's Kahori. I don't know. But it's basically about her finding her power through a journey. So it's going to be really interesting. She may have powers like America Chavez. I'm going to call that now, just because of the way that she's lighting up and the stuff that we saw in the trailer. That might be a possibility.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know if I said this, but Rocket, a messed up Rocket versus Dark Elves.
Let's see.
Right, that also that you had just had there, that's very interesting to me.
This one?
No, but that's why I think she might be like America.
Yeah.
Right, but there's right at the end, it shows the Watcher showing Peggy something. But he's showing her the title card, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Like, what the hell does that mean? Because they didn't need to put that in. They already had the what if title card ready to go. So they purposely put that in.
Yeah, that's very meta. That is very curious. I think big things are happening in this show. Like, I don't like season 1 was very for the most part a very one-off kind of thing. Like, outside of Peggy Carter appearing in Doctor Strange 2, nothing has really carried over. But I think, and you know, me and you had talked about this over on my stream this week. We had talked about, like, what if they had to add Loki up? Like what if they had to wait for Loki for this to come out? This shot gives me like Loki season 2 vibes. That's the screen area. I was like, is Peggy going up to see Loki? Like, oh my gosh.
That spear is not too dissimilar from the spear that is there with the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Yeah, let me find that
hang
shot.
on. Oh, my neck. Oh. So it's like, it's after he says like, oh, everything's gone crazy. It's not that far into it.
Okay. Oh, is it the shot?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oops. Hold on.
I love that Shang-Chi's dad is there and they're just kicking butt with Odin and that. But then Odin is just so OP. See, look, again, like that's the Infinity War bit that we're going to be coming back to.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. I mean, I don't see what else we can get from that.
Oh, this shot's interesting.
That's very cool. But like, do you think they're going to answer the question of what would have happened if? Oh, you nearly had it.
There we go.
See what I mean with the spear?
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to answer the question of what would have happened if Cap and Tony weren't arguing.
That would be a great one. If all the Avengers were on Earth when Thanos attacked.
Yeah. Do you think, like, given like how much they're putting like X-Men and mutant stuff into post-credit scenes, that they might try and slip any in here?
Maybe. I wouldn't hold my breath, but I would love one. I just want more X-Men content.
Yeah. Who's that grandmother? That was so crazy. Like, it could be like anybody. I'm thinking a magic user, but I don't know.
Wait, what's this shot? Who is this? Oh, Nebula. Okay.
Yeah. After she's just took out Yondu. This shot. Oh my god. I lost my. Oh wow. Who is that?
Is that Ross? I think that's Ross, right?
No,
right
I took that Mobius.
Oh, is it Mobius? Maybe.
Might be Russ. I took it as Mobius.
Okay, it could be.
I hope so. Like, do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? Like,
Yeah.
to me, if that is Mobius, right, what that means is that my theory for Ravonna creating her own TVA at the end of Loki will have more weight to it because there'll be other variants of the TVA that they
Sure.
have no idea about. Because
Yeah.
the whole Peggy is interesting in here too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this is like the 80s, right? So she would be kind of getting up there. And I'm just so excited to have Hank as Ant-Man. Like that's something I've been pitching for years. I've said do like a prequel show where it's like Hank at like in their prime just fighting crime, being Ant-Man and Wasp. Like that's something I've been wanting for forever, and we get a piece of that here, it looks like.
So would you say that's who is that in the white? Because but I don't know because T'Challa Black Panther suit, so there's like a white suit.
Oops. I don't know.
I'm so curious because from what I gather from the trailer, this is the Brightburn Peter Quill episode,
Yes.
right? Which can we also discuss?
Hello? Uh-oh. He's gone.
Uh-oh.
Hello. Can we also discuss me pressing buttons while I'm moving papers around?
This is about to be the midweek freak revival.
It really is.
With me at the lead.
Basically, the fact that Peter Quill is on Earth pulling a Brightburn, but like Ego does not appear to be anywhere near him, right?
Yeah.
So is Ego contingent on his like celestial power? And if not, like that could mean something really big for R1, even though he's kind of like having his holsters at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I've said for a while that I think he's going to get his powers back, or maybe not fully his powers, but I think there's still a little bit of that power in him somewhere that I think we'll explore when Star-Lord returns, whenever that is.
Fingers are crossed. Fingers are crossed because I like him.
Yeah. I'm so excited for this. This is probably the thing I'm most excited for is Hank, young Hank.
Really?
I think so.
Really? I'm dying to know because obviously we got Killmonger back, but then we had Doctor Strange who had been apparently looking for Kahori for a long time, right? So then he was supposed to be the guard of those two fighting for all of eternity. So like what could that possibly mean? Because either one of those two people getting that gauntlet to change reality is not good in any shape. So what the hell happened at the end of season 1? I have to know.
Yeah. This is an amazing. Hold on. Wait. This shot's amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
That's an incredible shot.
The whole art style of this show is so good.
It's got a lot better than last season, I think. Like last season, like it's still a little, I don't want to say basic, but it is kind of basic. I do wish they went the Visions route and like each episode was like a different like art style. And I wish they were maybe a little bit more creative with it. It's it is kind of bland at times, but it's like compared to last season, I think it's looks so much like cleaner. 100%.
Yeah. Like the bit where I think it was with the zombies that Hulk was trying to get Hulk to come out and he just kept going like, no. So bad. It looks so bad. I felt so awful for the people who made it, but because they put into it. Also, it has to be noted that the wonderful Chadwick Boseman will not be reprising his role.
I know.
Yeah, I'm curious who they got to play him here.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask too.
Yeah.
I will say I'm very glad. I think that they made the right choice with having them like patch the torch inside the movies. But also, I don't want it to become a thing that just because he passed away, no one else can play that character, because he is a very important character, and I'm very glad that we're still getting content with him, because I think the last thing he would have wanted was for that character to die with him. Like, that's
Yeah.
not what he would have wanted. So I think we're honestly hitting the right balance where, like, we are giving it to someone else, and someone else gets to be that character. But also, if we ever need that character to come back, we can do that as well. So I'm wondering who they chose. I assume we'll learn soon, but
the issue is with nothing's been like updated yet because it's all trailer stuff.
yeah.
And at the moment, nothing's been updated for casting on since season 1.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, have they?
IMDb. I haven't checked. Sometimes I'll have it up like early.
Well, they got Jeffrey Wright in 10 episodes. So I'm assuming they're counting the pilot for season 2. Yeah, because he's starring in it. So yeah, we'll find out soon enough. Find out soon enough. That's really cool. I
forgot that they already announced season 3. I completely forgot they announced season 3.
Of what?
What if? Yeah.
Oh wow.
I forgot season 3 was all. Like, I think they announced 2 and 3 at like the same time.
Yeah, they did.
So like the important thing for me as well, right, is like what the Watcher was saying. Do you know what I mean? Like much in the same way as Multiverse of Madness, Loki, even some of Scarlet Witch, WandaVision. Do you know what I mean? Like each of the shows, Ms. Marvel as well, she cannot be forgotten. Moon Knight, they each have set up mechanics for how the universe is working. And I think this is going to be another big part of it, as well as season 1. And I think this would be a phenomenal way to give us like incursions pre-Kang War and Secret War, right? Like what happens when universes start colliding. We've seen the end result in Multiverse of Madness with like the smoky deterioration of reality, but we haven't seen it going off at the time, which I think could be or the people behind the scenes, behind the curtain, trying to stop it. Because all we can see is, apart from Loki, is everybody doing what they can to cause them. You know, they're like, oh, new realities, got to go check those out. You know, So I'm so curious. And Jeffrey Wright's Watcher
is really good. Yeah. Do we think we're going to see Kang in this show?
Okay. I will say yes for season 3, no for season 2, only because I've seen Ultron bots and I've seen Thanos, right? So just because of how tightly they seem to be hanging on to like phase 1, 2, and 3, that the most I think we'll be getting is like phase 4. I don't think we'll be getting 5 yet.
Yeah, I mean, Kang was technically in phase 4, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, they had said that a lot of season 2 will be like new phase 4 stuff, which we're seeing with like Shang-Chi, we're seeing with like Darcy being back, we're seeing with a lot of this kind of stuff. I think this episode's gonna be incredibly fun. They're like Mad Max, like Mario Kart episode. Like that's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah. And Korg's always good. You can never be mad at Korg.
People hate Korg. I love Korg.
How? It's hilarious.
I think it's like too much of a good thing type of thing, but I've never been like, oh, get off my screen, Korg. Like I always enjoy him a lot.
I guess they got hung up on his whistling. Nope, that's not it.
I'm just wondering what starts this. Like look at Tony. Which I'll be honest, I'm very hyped to get more Tony Stark content in 2023. Like that's kind of crazy.
And how interesting is it that Gamora's the one that's gone for like the most Earthbound car?
Let me look again. Hold on. You're right. Ooh, and Cork has this little like, this like circle, like
A buggy with an adjuster seat.
yeah. Wonder who's this over here. That's fun.
Maybe the Grandmaster. I forgot what he was riding from the.
Hey, Grandmaster being this is really funny too.
Yeah. So there was also where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Is this it? No. Let me.
Oh, Valkyries has her card too here.
Damn ads. Okay. Let me just present the screen quickly. I'll come back to this in a second. No. This is the one. So here we can see the cover that we're going to be getting for
Yeah.
Marvel's What If. Are we guessing Justin Hammer here?
Ooh, maybe.
Or
is that another shot of Happy? It's not Happy, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But it's just because they put him on the cover. Do you know what I mean? So like the people on the cover have to be important, in my opinion, anyway.
Justin Hammer would be insane to bring back. Out of all places, What If? Like that'd be insane.
Because here we got Ultron Sentries, and then here we've got a Thanos that looks like he's in the Ginyu Force. I want to say that's maybe Darcy and Happy down here, and then Black Widow. And then that's a shot from the end where you had like Iron Man, Hawkeye, and other people jumping all together. Then we got the Avengers Towers, Happy Little Christmas Hat, and then what I'm assuming is a change, and that might be Party Thor, or that's the Thor for the Christmas episode with Tony Stark down here. Who are we guessing this is? I feel like I should know who that is. The Christmas elf.
Not sure. Too far away. But too small.
Oh, is it? I don't know how to make that bigger. And then just to finish it off, we've got Tony Stark with being Santa and not happy about it. But interestingly, and I think this ties into the Nebula storyline with the heist with Yondu. See that hulking Thanos there? Like his shape is very interesting, I think. Because that's not the look that he has when he's fighting in Wakanda with Captain America. What do you think? You have no voice. You're muted.
No, I'm really shocked how much they're really focusing this on Christmas. And I personally love this. This is the third year in a row where we have like an MCU Christmas special. So it seems like this might be something that they're going to be keeping up year by year. The first year being Hawkeye, the second year being Guardians, this year being What If, which I personally love. I love a good Christmas special, especially superheroes and Christmas just goes so well for me. I think it's just a perfect mashup. So I'm so incredibly excited.
Okay. I think that's about it from me at the moment, just based on the trailers. Have you got any other thoughts that you want to finish on?
No, I mean that's basically it. I'm very curious to see what Happy Hogan does in his like Christmas special. I'm very happy Darcy's back. Excited because again, like I wasn't too excited going into the season, like prior to this trailer. I don't know if it's just because it was been so long since the first season, but And now I like seeing the trailer and like me saying, hey, I wasn't a big fan of like what the episode title seemed to have been. Now that we actually see it, now I'm kind of like, you know what? Let's see what they do. Let's see if they have anything fun to do here.
What about you, Flash Freak?
Yeah, mostly what Darren said. I'm really intrigued to see where Marvel and Sony alike are gonna go with what they're doing, and hope for the best.
I too am hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Because we get the we get to stick a middle finger up to everybody that says Die Hard was not a Christmas movie. It is definitely a Christmas movie because Darcy is in it now. That's it. She's in Die Hard at Christmas in the Marvel in Avengers. So
One more thing. Do you know what would be super funny for what if season 2 did? So it's airing around Christmas. So what if they just animated Santa hats on everyone in every episode, but they didn't mention the Santa hats. So in terms of what the characters think, they're not there, but the story's there for us. That would be funny.
I'm also excited to see Supreme Strange return because where he was last season, I didn't think he was coming back ever. And more Doctor Strange is more happiness for me. So
that's interesting. So I'm just trying to think. So it starts on the 22nd, and it goes into the 31st. So it ends on Christmas Eve, or I'm sorry, New Year's Eve, which that's so interesting.
Yeah,
like,
I know. That's weird.
I can't even like. I'm trying to think like how am I gonna pair these up like. And I like it's weird because again it's such a great like gift, but also it's like we should probably be spending time with family and not watching a Marvel thing. Everyone's just like, see you for like 20 minutes, Mom. I gotta go watch Happy Hogan Save Christmas.
Yeah. It's so family friendly. You can bring her along. That's how they do it. Okay, thank you everybody. Thank you, Flash Freak. Thank you, Darren.
Thank you, Robert, for having us on.
Of course, anytime. We'll be doing this again at some point soon. So thank you everybody for stopping by. See you soon.
Bye-bye.